Welcome guys to the Crazy Hands Knitting and Crocheting channel. And today in this video tutorial I would like to share with you how I was knitting these baby pants. These pants will fit baby starting with 6 months up to 12 months, maybe even more, depends on the baby. And this is the matching pants. The cardigan you can find on my channel. It was posted a little bit earlier, so please check it if you want to knit a full set. Otherwise you can knit just trousers. And as you see, for ties I was using the same yarn that I was using for the cardigan. For the pants I was using the same circular needles, 4.5 millimeters, and the yarn I was using again old yarn. I'm sure you will not find it, but it doesn't matter. So I was using this yarn, and it's 100% acrylic yarn. It's really soft, and it's look heavier. I mean even bulkier. So please choose the same weight. As an alternative, you can use Bernard premium yarn. So I think it's more or less the same, and it is set for PLY knitting worsted type. That's it. Also, I will let you read the description. The link will be down. You can check all information about the gauge. For example, instead of ties, you can use an elastic waistband here, or you can use both elastic waistband and ties. In this video tutorial, I'm not going to show you how to insert the elastic band. If you need this, please check and find how to do it in YouTube. So I've done folded cuffs here. It will let me use this trousers for longer. So again, it's up to you. That's basically it. If you want to try knitting these trousers with me, you're welcome. So using long tail cast on method, I cast on 32 stitches. You can use, if you don't know how to use a magic ring method, you can use double pointed needles, and just it will be easier because we are going to start from legs and we are going to knit in rounds. And yes, I cast on 33 stitches, and I'm going to use one stitch to join and knit in rounds. So in total 32 plus 1, 33. But you will knit in total 32. So slip the first stitch to the right hand needle, and then with the tip of left hand needle pick up the very last stitch and slip it over the first one. Now return the first stitch to the left hand needle and place the stitch marker. Now start knitting ribbon, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. Knit 1, purl 1. Purl 1, and again knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl, purl 1. Till the end. A little bit tight first round, but it is only first round. After that it will be easier and faster. In the last one, knit 1, purl 1, slip the stitch marker and go on again knitting ribbon. Knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. Finish this round, and if you want folded cuff, and then rib until the piece reaches 11-12 centimeters. I don't know how many rounds I've done, so let's measure it. It is almost 12 centimeters. Great. Now we are going to make, so let's finish the last round. From the next round we are going to knit in stockinette stitch, but we need to add 8 stitches. So now I want to divide all stitches equally, so 16 and 16, just to make it easier. Now we are going to knit all stitches without increases, and we will make increases in the next round after. So just knit 32. Why I divided it, it will be easier for me to make increases equally. Four stitches on one side and 4 stitches on another side. So we will add 8 stitches in the next round. So 16 stitches here, 16 stitches here. Knit 1, 2, and now you can knit one below, then knit 1, or you can just make increase in this way. So you added 1 stitch, then knit 3 and add 1 more stitch. So this is 2, then knit 5 and add 1 more. Knit 5 again, add 1 more. So 4 stitches on this side, and now 4 stitches on another side. Knit 1, 2, 3, add. Knit 1, 2, 3, 4, add. Knit 1, 2, 3, add. Knit 1, 2, 3, add. So 4 stitches from this side, and knit 3. Turn. And now we are going to knit in stockinette stitch. All stitches. Just knit all stitches and that one that you added. Now on your needles 40 stitches, 32 plus 8, 40 stitches. Okay, done. Now knit one more round like we did before. Knit all stitches, and after that we are going to make increases. Here I am, and we are going to make increases to make the trousers legs wider. So knit 1 and add 1 stitch. Now go on knitting till the last 2 stitches. Go on knitting till the end. At the end you have 2 stitches. Knit 1, so add 1 stitch, so make increase, and knit the last stitch. Now we are going to knit all stitches. So this stitch that we added, you can place that it will be easier for you to count after. You can place a stitch marker, and from this stitch marker you count it as a round number 1, and for you it will be easier to make increases after. So finish this round and knit after that 16 more rounds, so in total 17. Knit them in stockinette stitch without increases, and after that we are going to make one more increase like what we've just done. here I am. So I've done, starting with stitch marker, I've done 17 rounds. So just we have done one increase here, and then count 17 rounds, and in the next round we will make increase here. After that you can place again stitch marker, count, knit 11 rounds, and in the next make increase, then knit 3, make increase, knit 3, make increase, knit 3, make increase. So I hope it's clear. We've done 17 rounds from this stitch marker, and now we are going in round number 18, we are going to make increase. Increase like we did before. Knit 1, and add 1 stitch. Then knit all other stitches till the end. And the other side. Add 1 stitch and knit the last stitch. So that was round number 18, starting from the stitch marker. A little bit tough here. Now we are going to knit 11 rounds. So now let's remove this stitch marker and place it here. So from this round you're going to start counting 11 more rounds. Knit 11 more rounds in stockinette stitch. Eleven more rounds, and in the next one make increase. Then 3 and make increase, 3 and make increase, 3 increase, and 3 increase. And after that you are done with the first leg. Welcome guys back. I didn't make the last increase. I think the length is enough. Now let's measure the leg just for you to understand. And after the last round with increases, knit 1 more round. So like this. It is 26.5, okay, 26 centimeters. Now you cut the yarn and slip this leg to another knitting needles and knit absolutely the same leg. So I've done the second one. I repeat again, I didn't make the last increase because the length is enough. Place 2 legs in a way that increases look inside to each other, and divide all stitches in half on each leg. So in my case it's I think 52 stitches, so divide it in half and place stitch markers. In my case it's yellow stitch markers because later on we will need them. And now we are going to join both legs. So first of all, cast on 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. This is the leg with the working yarn attached that we didn't cut. Place stitch marker and cast on 1 more stitch and place again stitch marker. So this stitch between stitch markers will be the central stitch on the front part, and there will be the same stitch on the back part. After that, cast on 3 more stitches. So in total 7 stitches. And now what you need to do, so you see the working yarn that you cut on the second black is coming from the back. So what you're going to do, you need to tie them and so close to each other. One more time. So you need to tie and make a knot. Okay, like this. Do not cut this tail. We will use this tail to sew small holes at the very end. And now knit all stitches. Knit all 52 stitches. Till the central back part. You see, if I knit this stitch, it will be a big hole. So I won't just pick up one part, one bar here, and knit them together. I'm doing it just to get rid of the big hole, because I don't want to sew everything at the end. So you can just knit and then sew all holes at the end. Anyway, we will have some tiny holes and we will use that tail to sew them. Knit, 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 knit. And now when you reach the stitch marker, again in my case it's yellow, please slip it and don't remove. Slip it to the right hand needle and go on knitting. Don't remove it. We will need them later. A little bit tight, couple of first 2 rounds after joining 2 legs, and after that it will be faster. So the last stitch, and now we are going to cast on the same 7 stitches like what we did for the front part, but we are going to cast them because again I don't want to sew the bottom part, so I'm going to cast on from those 7 stitches that we casted on before. So here you need to cast on 7 stitches here as well, just between, through these bars, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Let me show you. So this is 1, 1 2 3, then 1 in between, place stitch marker here, 4, place again stitch marker, and this stitch between stitch markers will be the central stitch for the back part, and 3 more, 1 2 3. Perfect, we are done. Again here, if you need to see, you will get a big hole just like what we did before. Pick up this bar, turn it this way, and knit 2 together. And now go on knitting all stitches till the central stitch. The central stitch is showing us the beginning of the next round. Again, slip the stitch marker to the right hand needle, the yellow one, and knit all other stitches. And now you knit these 3 stitches. 1 2 3. Slip the stitch marker and start knitting the second round. In the second round, before and after central stitch markers, we are going to knit 2 together. So we are going to decrease in total 4 stitches, 2 here and 2 on the back part. So now it will be tied these 2 stitches. Just try it. Right away, knit 2 together. So 1 stitch. We decreased 1 stitch. Knit all other stitches till the pink stitch marker, till the back part. So we knit it till this point. Before pink stitch marker on the back part. So when you see 2 stitches before, knit them together, knit 2 together. Slip stitch marker, knit 1, and again knit 2 together after the pink stitch marker. Go on knitting till the end. Let's remove the stitch marker, I don't need it anymore. So go on knitting till the first purple stitch marker. As you remember, we were doing decreases after, but before the purple stitch marker. Here after we did, but before we didn't do, so knit 2 together. Like this. Skip stitch marker, knit 1. In the next round we are going to knit all stitches without decreases, so we will alternate rounds with decreases and rounds without decreases. So knit all stitches around. Till the end, till this point. Okay, knit the central stitch. Next round we are going to make decreases again. Right after the purple stitch marker we are going to knit 2 together. Knit 2 together and knit all other stitches till the back part, till the first pink stitch marker, till this point. Before pink stitch marker, knit 2 together, slip stitch marker, knit 1, slip stitch marker and knit 2 together after the second pink stitch marker. Now again go on knitting till the first purple stitch marker, till this point, and at the end knit 2 together. Slip stitch marker, knit 1, slip stitch marker. Next round, as it was before, knit all stitches without decreases till the end. After that, knit 4 more rounds. After you finish this round, you again knit 1 round with decreases here, 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 and here. After that, round without decreases, and again round with decreases and without. So I've done all decreases, and If I'm not mistaken, I have 102 stitches on my needles now. And now there will be no more decreases. Don't forget to place the stitch marker, the second one. Do not remove any stitch markers. And now we will need only in stockinette stitch. Just knit all stitches around. And you will need, until the piece measures from this point, you need to place a stitch marker about 10–10.5 centimeters. So knit all stitches and then knit in stockinette stitch. Please go on and I will see you after. Here I am, and that's what I have. I want to measure you how many. Here on the back part I place a stitch marker. Just I want to measure how many centimeters I've done. So 10 centimeters, because I didn't count rounds. And now we are going to start knitting. Just look how decreases and increases on the legs are looking all together. And now we're going to start knitting short rows. Babies are wearing diapers, so we need to make the back part a little bit longer than the front part. So for this, remove pink stitch markers from the back part and leave these yellow stitch markers. So if we count from the central stitch, if we don't count the central stitch, from purple stitch marker to the yellow stitch marker, you will have 25 stitches, and same here, 25 stitches. And on the back part 51 stitches and this one stitch, so in total 102 stitches. Remove the second purple stitch marker, and now you have here 26 stitches till the yellow stitch marker from another purple stitch marker. So now you move yellow stitch markers 6 stitches back on one side and on another side. 1, 2, 3. So 3 stitches back. Perfect. And on another side. Count 1, 2, 3. And place stitch markers. And if you are knitting cardigan, you know, and it will be easier for you. If not, you will learn something new. We are going to start knitting, as I said, short rows, and we will do it from one yellow stitch marker to another one, from one to another. Every time not increase, but moving forward. So let's start. So this is the central stitch. Go on knitting all stitches till the second yellow stitch marker. Just knit all stitches till this stitch marker. So slip the yellow stitch marker, this one, knit one, and then bring the working yarn in front and slip the next stitch. Now turn trousers like this. You rope the stitch, the slip stitch, slip it back to the right hand needle and purl one. Then slip the yellow stitch marker and purl all stitches till the next yellow stitch marker, till the first one, till this point. So purl, slip the first yellow stitch marker, purl 1, and now bring the working yarn in front, slip the next stitch, turn, and at the same time you rob the slip stitch, return back the slip stitch to the right hand needle, and knit 1. Slip the yellow stitch marker and knit all stitches till the yellow stitch marker, till the second one. Now slip the yellow stitch marker, knit 1, and here to get rid of the hole, pick up the rope. You see, you can turn the stitch if you want. Pick up the rope, place it on the left hand needle. This is the rope that when you are bringing the working yarn in front, and knit 2 together. Now knit 1 and again. Bring the working yarn in front, slip the next stitch, turn, return slip stitch back to the right hand needle, purl 3, then slip the yellow stitch marker and purl all other stitches till the first yellow stitch marker here. Slip this stitch marker, purl 1, and here again you need to find rope and a rope on the right side. So on the right side you pick up this bar, put it on the left hand needle and purl 2 together. So we get rid of the hole, and now purl 1, no hole as you see. Again bring the working yarn in front, slip the next stitch, turn, return slip stitch to the right hand needle, and knit all other stitches. So knit 3 before stitch marker, slip the stitch marker, and knit till the second yellow stitch marker. Till this point. Slip the yellow stitch marker, knit 3. Now find the rope again like what we did. Place it on the left hand needle and knit 2 together. Then knit 1, again slip the next stitch, rope it, turn, return, purl all other stitches. Purl 5 before the stitch marker and purl till the first yellow stitch marker. Slip. Now purl 3, 1, 2, 3, and now again on the right side find this bar, the rope, place it on the left hand needle and purl 2 together. Purl 1, slip the next stitch holding working yarn in front, turn, return the stitch back to the right hand needle, knit 5 before stitch marker, or just knit all other stitches. Slip the stitch marker, the second yellow stitch marker, knit 5. Now if you want, you can turn the stitch so it will be easier to knit. Place the wrap to the left hand needle and knit 2 together. Now we are going to make knit 2. Again, slip the next stitch after, holding working yarn in front, turn, wrap in this stitch. Now return, slip stitch to the right hand needle and purl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 stitches before the yellow stitch marker and then go on till the next stitch marker. Slip this stitch marker, purl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, find the wrap on the right side, wrap, place it on the left hand needle and purl 2 together. Now purl 2, slip the next stitch holding working yarn in front, turn, return and knit 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's before the yellow stitch marker and go on knitting till the second yellow stitch marker here. After the second yellow stitch marker, knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now find the wrap, turn the stitch, wrap, knit 2 together. Here I am doing through the back loop, knit 2 together. Again, knit 2, 1, 2, slip the next stitch holding working yarn in front, turn, then return the stitch and purl 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's before the yellow stitch marker. Then slip yellow stitch marker and purl till the next yellow stitch marker, till the first one, and I will see you. Where is it? At this point. Slip the yellow stitch marker, purl 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Find the wrap on the right side again. Place it on the left hand needle and purl 2 together. Now purl 2, slip the next stitch holding working yarn in front and turn. So this is the last one, the short row. Slip the stitch and knit 11 till the yellow stitch marker. And after that, go on knitting till the stitch marker. Slip, knit 11, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, wrap, so you need to turn it, wrap, and knit two together through the back loop. That's it. After that we are going to knit till this purple stitch marker till the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, till the end. And now we are going to knit in rounds, no more short rows. We are done with short rows. So let's check. Now you will see that the back part is higher than the front one, so this will let the baby wear a diaper, and trousers will fit perfectly on baby's tushy. Now in the next round we are going to make decreases. Knit 8 and then knit 2 together. Let me show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and knit 2 together. 9, 10. And let's repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And here you remember that we have one more turning point, let's say. So we need to turn and pick up the wrap like what we did before, and knit 2 together through the back loop. Like this we will not have any holes here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, 10. Knit 2 together. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can, by the way, remove yellow stitch markers already. Eight, and knit 2 together. Please go on decreasing till the purple stitch marker. And then just wanted to show you, so I had here knit 2 together and then knit 2. That's it. Now we are going to start knitting ribbon. Ribbon, knit 1, purl 1. Easy. Knit 1, purl 1. Knit 1, purl 1. Knit 1, purl 1. Go on knitting till the stitch marker, and then go on knitting until ribbon reaches 8.5 centimeters. here I am. Let's measure. So 8.5 centimeters in my case. And now we will make the same 8.5 centimeters, but we will change a little bit the pattern. We will start from the purl 1 and then knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1. Go on till the purple stitch marker. After that you go on ribbing in the same way, starting with purl 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1. If you want and if it's easier for you, you can place stitch marker here and then count rounds and knit the same number of rounds that what you've done here before when we started with the knit stitch, knit 1, purl 1. So go on and I will see you after. So guys, that's what I have and that's how the ribbon is looking. Now you understand why we changed the pattern. It will be easier to fold the ribbon. Now what you need is to cut the yarn and leave at least 1 meter tail. You will also need yarn or tapestry needle. We are going now just to sew ribbon. So thread the tail and turn trousers upside down in this way. We are going to work in opposite direction now. And first of all you need to find the stitch. So here you see the purl stitch and we have to find also purl stitch. Here this one, the one before the stitch marker. So here is the stitch marker, the first stitch. It was knit stitch, but we are walking in and going to work in opposite direction, so it is a purl stitch. When you work with a purl stitch, insert the needle here you see from front to back. Now find the purl stitch, the very first one here, and you see 2 bars here, 1 and 2. So we are going to work with these 2 bars. So insert the needle into the first one and then into the second one. Okay, and now insert the needle from back to front. And at this point you can drop the stitch of the needle. Now the next stitch is a knit stitch, and you insert the needle from back to front at the beginning. Then find the knit stitch, the next one, and insert this one and insert the needle underneath from right to left. And then insert the needle from front to back and drop it off the needle. Okay, that's it, and that's what we are going to repeat. The next stitch is a purl stitch. Now you need to insert the needle from front to back, then find the purl stitch and 2 bars from both sides, and insert the needle into the first one, then into the second one, and insert the needle from back to front, from back to front, and drop it, of course, off the needle. In this way you will get a beautiful braid, and they will be almost invisible, the joining and the edge. The next one is a knit stitch. Insert the needle from back to front, then find the next knit stitch and insert the needle underneath from right to left, and then insert from front to back. Don't forget to drop the stitch off the needle. Okay, is it clear? Next stitch is a purl stitch. Insert the needle from front to back. Then find the very first purl stitch, the same one, and 2 bars. Insert the needle into the first one, then underneath the second one, and from back to front, and drop stitch of the needle. Great, you see. Let's do it again. Knit stitch. The next one is a knit stitch, so insert the needle from back to front, then find the first knit stitch, of the ribbon first. Here, insert the needle from right to left, and now insert the needle from front to back, and drop stitch of the needle. Like this, go on, joining ribbon, and I will see you at the very end. Here I am, guys, and that's what we have. I think it looks great. So now if you want, you can put belt elastic and sew it inside. It will help if you have really a super active baby who is crawling or running already. So here you have a tail. If you find any holes, please sew it on your own. I will not show it. I am sure you can do it even better than I will. Here you have tails, you remember. Let me show you how to weave in ends. I'm using a yarn needle, you can use hook. So just like this on the right side, because we have folded cuffs. Just pull the needle underneath. I have a short tail, like this. Pull and cut. That's it. If you don't have elastic, or even if you have elastic, you can make also ties. For the ties, I'm using the color that I was using for the cardigan, and you will need hook to make these ties. So easy, just a chain. If you don't know or you don't have a hook, you can check also a video tutorial on my YouTube channel how to make an I-cord. The same, you can need an I-cord, but with a hook it's easier and faster. So just make a slip knot and chain. I don't know how many, but let's measure. Let's fold it in half. Then, by the way, you can cut them. So it is about 90 centimeters. Now thread one tail. Again, we are going to use a tapestry needle. Find the center. So here decreases, here. And in this point, we are going to insert the belt in this point. I do suggest to make a knot here. And now pull. So we are going to leave the tie inside, this chain inside. It will not be visible, only in front. So I insert into the same hole, as you see. If you have special device how to pull the elastic into the belt, so it will be really useful here. Okay, and the last one. Here. So we will leave some distance between the end and the beginning. Okay. pull. To make the lengths more or less equal. And let's tie them. And let's see whether it's short or long. So this one is a little bit long, so what we can do, we can make a knot here. Same here, let's make a knot. And let's cut a little bit down the knot itself. Okay, that's it. Oh, we are done. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial with me. I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial, and I hope you have done the full set. Please don't forget subscribe to my channel, leave comments if you have any, like this video, share it with others, and write me if you want to see something special on my channel. Bye!